Well, great morning, everyone. Let's get the Gypsy Oracle cards out. Give those a ruffle shuffle. And my Lenormand deck. Let's give those a ruffle shuffle. And we'll pick a tarot deck. We'll just go ahead and use the old standard here, the vintage deck. Vintage Rider-Waite. And let's just see what it has to say today. Oh, what's up? So, readings about, first thing, constancy. Being constant. The light dawning on what's constant. With what they're trying to control. The money, the food, healthcare, all the things that they're doing, the light is being shed on it. Now, the Democrats just went and said, look, open the country, but give us a year of leaving the affordable health care. Give us a year for that. And then we'll come back and talk about it next year. And you know what the Republicans said? No, we're not going to open it up. We're not going to give food to the people. And Trumpenstein, when they said he's got to feed the people, he's got to give them the full benefits, he ran to the courts. And of course, they gave him a stay that he can give out only partial. Okay? So, again, it only shows that the Republicans are the problem. The Democrats offered another solution, and they're going talk to the hand. Either you let us take away the health care, or screw you, we're not opening up the government, and we're going to continue to blame the Democrats. How's that working for you guys? So let's see, energy coming in. We have a priest. They need a priest now, I'm telling you, with what they're doing. The priest, the friends that are shedding light when it comes to the things they keep railroading, okay, turning upside down, willing to sacrifice people because they just don't give a damn, okay? So let's see what we have going on today. It's about the widower. Now, I think the widower in this case is probably Trump. He's kind of becoming on his own in some things. People are starting to revolt about protection. Protecting an agreement. Now, there are some, apparently, I would think some of this widower, this could also be Mike Johnson, that he's out there protecting this agreement when it comes to overturning and not opening things up, not swearing in the representative from Arizona, all of this stuff that's going on, okay? Challenge is, the false, the lies, the liars and thieves that we have over there in the regime, the dark mindset. And what he's juggling. Now we know that Trumpenstein was out there yesterday saying, I don't want to hear anything about it being difficult this Thanksgiving. Walmart has said we're 25% cheaper than it was with Obama, Sleepy Joe is what he said. Yeah. Well, that's with missing a whole lot of items on the Thanksgiving table and only using the store brands, the cheapest things you can get. So yeah, no. Once again, he's lying through his teeth. Potential outcome, we have hope. With what's flowering. When it comes to the mindset, their strong-armed drama that they're doing. Like I said, the more that they do this stuff, the more they're cutting their own throats. Now, the reason that Democrats said, give us a year, because they know that 2026, these fools will be voted out. Okay? And so, Republicans said, no, we're not doing that. They're just going to try to starve people into submission. Potential, we're looking at also the outside influence. It's love. Blocking the love, okay? The mountain. And obstruction to love. And the fight, yeah. They love to obstruct. They love to cause problems for the people. And what's being backed up underneath of it, driving it, pushed to the edge. We have people, because of what little Lord Fauntleroy over there, one who thinks he's a lord, thinks he's a king, is pushing people to the edge. So nice. So let's go ahead and pick these up, and we're going to go ahead and do a clarifying read here and just see what it has to say when it comes to the drama that they're doing. They need a priest. They need to get some genuine spirituality, okay? Rather than their fake Christianity, where they do absolutely the opposite of what Christ was teaching, rather than welcoming the people in, taking care of the disenfranchised, taking care of children. They're wanting to what? March children out, naked, zip tie them, throw them out of the country, starve people, starve the elderly, starve the disabled, starve the children. They don't care. And yet they claim to be great Christians and the family value, the family value party. Yeah. When they've been just the opposite. So let's see what we have in the very center of it today. Very center of it, yeah, the harvest. The harvest that we're seeing. Wake up. People are waking up as to the harvest of what's actually going on because of the burden they're now carrying, the 10 of Wands burdened. The action is just tough. It's the tough action. And this is causing a lot of Now, when I see this cup this time, I see a lot of tears, okay? A lot of tears. The cup of abominations. They're causing a lot of tears. And I'm just feeling almost overwhelmed with that. So on one side of it, wanting to get to a better place mentally, people are just struggling with this harvest because of what they're doing. The delusion that's running it, okay? Trump's delusion of him being king. He thinks he's king. And judgment is there. I get this every reading now. Judgment is on the table. Like I said, these Republicans will not get voted in for years after this. The other side of it, figuring out the next move, the next action. Above it, we have their abuse of power, strong-arming people, attempting to control the burden by their delusion and their dark night. These are not done in the light. This is done by the dark of night. Make no mistake. And rapidly moving the tears when it comes to Trump and what he's doing. And feeling battle weary when it comes to the judgment. Okay, and he's continuing to strong-arm people, and his delusion is growing even more rapid. Okay, he's on a real rapid decline now. And the burden of the harvest of this is causing a lot of tears with a lot of people. So what's underneath of it? We've got the people. This is also my card for the MAGA clan and the truth. Wanting the divine feminine, the truth when it comes to what they're trying to get away with. You know, trying to gaslight people. It's a card of gaslighting. Trying to get away with something mentally when it comes to the truth that he's telling the people. In other words, he's gaslighting him 100%. There's an agreement with what's being birthed in America about their greed, what they're clinging to, and again, trying to cover up the Epstein things. They do not want to open the government because when they do, the Epstein files will come out. And like I said, they're way worse than people even have an idea about. So is, at this point, not happy, pouting with what's coming, because the evidence is there, evidence in hand, when it comes to the dark deeds, this fake Christianity that they're parading around, and the truth that they're blocking, when it comes to what's encompassing the whole life of people, and what's being handed out, and the charging forward, this mental spin of manipulation, and the possible deaths it's causing, but also the truth coming out, which is going to be his end when this truth comes out, to overturn things when it comes to his controlling the economy and stuff, just ruining it, pushing people to the edge because of what he's trying to sell, because he is facing loss. People have faced loss. And the things are charging forward when it comes to the stuff that's up in the air, and it comes to those in wealth and power. There is, again, a tower moment coming and an end point, okay? So like I said, these Republicans that are fueling this, that are standing for this, their careers are coming to an end. Trumpenstein is coming to an end. This regime is coming to an end. Every one of these moves that they make is cutting their own throat. Okay? It's going to bring about their destruction, their end point. Now, yesterday said it all when they were having this meeting in the Oval Office, and the guy from one of the drug companies passed out, or, whatever happened to him, and Trump is standing there. It's like he was so pissed off. How dare somebody take the spotlight away from him? And at that point, it was like he's not scripted. He's not in a seat of everybody, praising him at that point. And you could see just how ill he is, and uncaring and miserable. And then when they get the guy out there and they continue on with something, he's sitting there sleeping. Okay? He's sitting there sleeping. Now, I think this is a precursor with that guy falling down. That I would not be surprised to see Trump in that very position very soon, where he just collapses. And the picture of him standing there with that blank look on his face, like somebody pulled the plug. He didn't have a scripted thing in front of him. Okay? And so he's standing there totally just, again, like somebody pulled a plug. And you could see him in there just irritated that this has happened. It's not going to make him look good. They're not all standing there praising him. Somebody else had to have attention for a second, and he was just showing what he's like behind the scenes. A miserable little man, a hater and thief. And why people are so afraid of this idiot, I don't get it. I don't get it. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.